Dear all, Autism Learning Materials Supermarket is an autism community project implemented by NBAI, AI for Autism, Job4autism and Mr. duong to provide authentic and updated 24/7 documents thanks to artificial intelligence for parents with children with autism and related disorders, specialized teachers, inclusive teachers, and therapists. Today we would like to introduce video N0.99, a comprehensive digital library for ASD support.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into an ambitious new vision for supporting the autism spectrum disorder community. The idea? A single, intelligent digital library designed for everyone: parents, kids, teachers, and healthcare providers. So let's start with the problem this whole project is trying to solve. I mean, if you're a parent or a teacher supporting a child with ASD, where do you even begin to look for good information? You're basically navigating this huge sea of advice that's often overwhelming and, honestly, sometimes just plain contradictory. It's a real challenge families face every single day.
The proposed solution here isn't just another website with a bunch of articles. The vision is for something much more dynamic, a living, intelligent digital library, a tool that's actively working to cut through the noise and give you clear, supportive answers when you need them.
All right, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll get into the big picture vision. Then we'll look under the hood at the AI engine that makes it all tick. After that, we'll explore the real-world impact this could have, and finally, we'll map out the road ahead.
First up, the vision. The core idea is simple but powerful. Create a single, seamless connection point where every parent, teacher, and provider can find reliable, easy-to-access resources for ASD support.
Now, this whole vision is built on 4 foundational pillars. First, it's got to be smart, so there's deep AI integration. Second, you need to be able to get to it from anywhere, so it's built for multi-platform access. Third, the information has to be trustworthy, so there's a system for frequent vetted updates. And finally, it has to be practical, which means intelligent ways to share that information.
So, what's the engine that's going to drive this whole library? Well, it all comes down to a really powerful AI core. It's designed to do one crucial thing: take incredibly complex research and translate it into clear, actionable answers you can actually use.
So how does this AI actually do its job? It's a pretty straightforward 3-step process. First, it digs through dense research papers and simplifies them. Then, it uses all that knowledge to power a super helpful support chatbot. And it never stops. It's always scanning trusted sources to keep the library completely up to date. And this is where the really cutting-edge stuff comes in. We're talking about using advanced large language models, the same kind of powerful AI you hear about in the news. Their whole job here is to read these incredibly dense, jargon-filled scientific reports and basically rewrite them into plain language, aiming for about a middle school reading level so they're clear for everyone. And one of the real standout features is this intelligent chatbot. Just imagine being a parent or a teacher and being able to ask a specific question like, what are some good ways to play with a 4-year-old with ASD? And getting an instant, helpful answer that you know is based on solid data from places like the CDC. Okay, but here's the million-dollar question. How do you keep all this information trustworthy? This is absolutely crucial. The plan lays out a 5-step process where the AI does the heavy lifting, scanning research and flagging outdated content. But, and this is the key part, a team of human experts always has the final say. It's that combo of AI efficiency and human oversight that builds trust.
Right? So you can have the most amazing technology in the world, but if people can't actually get to it and use it, what's the point? This next part is all about bridging that gap. How this tool actually reaches the community and starts making a difference.
Accessibility is baked right in from the very start. Because it's cloud-based, it's super fast. With mobile apps, it's always right there in your pocket. With support for multiple languages and even audio versions of the text, it's truly designed for everyone, following the highest web accessibility standards.
The system is also built for sharing information, but in a smart and secure way. It uses different roles, so a teacher sees what's relevant for their classroom, while a parent sees what's helpful at home. And it's all protected by top-notch encryption and data privacy standards.
So when you put all these features together, who's this really for?
Well, as you can see, it's not just one group. It's the entire ecosystem that surrounds a child with ASD.
Yeah, the impact is meant to create this positive ripple effect across the board. For parents, it could mean less stress and more practical strategies. For teachers, it's a tool to help build more inclusive classrooms. For service providers, it's a way to stay on the cutting edge. It's really about lifting up the entire community.
Okay, a great vision is one thing, but how do you actually turn it into a reality? Let's look at the practical, step-by-step roadmap for bringing this library to life.
And what's really refreshing is how transparent the plan is about the hurdles. Ensuring translation quality, navigating conflicting scientific studies, guaranteeing data security, these are not small challenges. So the strategy is smart. Start with a focused product, test it, learn from it, and then expand.
The rollout is planned in 3 clear phases. It all kicks off with an MVP, a minimum viable product. That means the core chatbot and an initial library of 50 key documents. Then comes the pilot program, testing it with 100 parents and teachers in Vietnam to get that crucial user feedback. And only then, based on what they learn, will they move to full expansion with more languages and features.
When you take a step back and look at the whole thing, you realize this is about so much more than just a library for one community. This really represents a potential new model for how technology can deliver targeted, reliable, and empathetic support wherever it's needed most.
And that leaves us with a final, really big thought to chew on. If this model is successful, could it become the blueprint for supporting other communities with specialized needs? Think about rare diseases, special education, or even elder care. The potential is enormous, and it's pretty exciting to think it could all start right here.
Autism Learning Materials Supermarket would like to thank parents, teachers, and interventionists. Please disseminate to relevant people in the autism community so that more and more people can access this authentic and scientific learning resource. To raise awareness in the community, please subscribe to watch the next videos. For any questions, please contact the email below.